Like him or hate him, this is your 47th president, people in America, and everyone in crypto is looking forward to Donald J. Trump becoming the 47th president of the United States, mainly because this is the most crypto savvy president we've ever had. And he's also promised a lot on day one. This video is very different than my normal not run-of-the-mill videos, but like normal videos I do, because I want to give you some insight as to why you should be bullish on crypto. Even if the price action doesn't look so great right now, there are so many bullish catalysts coming our way in 4 days. On January 20th, when Donald J. Trump is sworn in as president of the United States. And for all of you that don't know US politics, on day one, there are a lot of things that the president typically does, depending on the president. But they've made some campaign promises throughout their campaign over the last year plus. And there are many cryptocurrency executive orders to be signed and initiated on day one. But it doesn't stop here. Now, I have a lot of articles I want to share with you. I have a lot of insight, but honestly, everything is still like not solidified. It feels like we need to see January 20th come, and we need to like be here on January 21st. Because honestly, in the last couple weeks of this year, it's been a rocky start to 2025. We had the LA fires. We still have tension in the Middle East. So we have a lot of uncertainty across the board, but the one shining orange glimmer of hope is Trump. I mean, Bitcoin. That Bitcoin is the orange glimmer of hope, right? So I want to go through a couple of these charts with you. I want you to see what I see. I want to help you see why I'm bullish on crypto and why I still believe that 2025 is our top year. Now, the main thing is that there are so many things actually on these day one promises that he has made. One might address debanking, something that his wife raised in 2024, repealing a policy requiring banks to count the digital assets they hold as liabilities in their balance sheet. Now, this is really good because Michael Saylor, our OG, like come to the rescue, tells all the rich people to buy Bitcoin. He has suggested that repealing this SAB 121, in addition to the advent of spot ETFs and fair value accounting, could send Bitcoin's market cap well above $100 trillion. Now, there's a ton of stuff that he is looking to do, plus work with industry leaders, and the action would be the first of many. This is the most bullish thing that you could possibly get out of this entire video. The first of many related to the cryptocurrency industry. Now, I don't agree with the fact that this announcement made Bitcoin's price spike. Maybe it did. I actually have another thing I'm going to share with you as to why I believe Bitcoin's price jumped, but this is admittedly really good news. Now, I honestly had to look up a lot of these people. But I want to talk about this. Trump has selected a number of pro-crypto appointees for his second administration, including David Sachs as the first ever crypto czar, Paul Atkins as Securities and Exchange Commission chairman to replace Gary Gensler, bye-bye Gary, Howard Lutnick for Secretary of Commerce, and Scott Bessent for Treasury Secretary. Now, I'm actually going to share with you a couple of these articles that talk about these people because I didn't know who they were. I'm not keeping track. There's too much in the market to keep track. But another thing to remember, love him or hate him, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are in charge of the new Department of Government Efficiency, aptly named, but it also is Doge. I mean, that alone is just crazy. Plus, a number of states have proposed creating their own Bitcoin strategic reserves, something Trump proposed the United States should do at a national level. If the US does create its own Bitcoin strategic reserve, economists have said it could trigger a crypto arms race. If it happens, this top year could keep going for a while. This is where game theory comes into play. So this is just icing on the cake. This is the main thing right here that should have a lot of you excited, because it's not just at the top level. States are already pushing for this, and I'm seeing more and more announcements about this. This is game theory when it comes to crypto, when it comes specifically to Bitcoin, but this will trickle down into everything else. If Bitcoin is healthy and pumping, everything else is going to go crazy. It might suffer at first, but it will recover. It's a good thing. Now, let's talk about some of these people that Trump has selected for his administration. The first one here is David Sachs as the first ever crypto czar. This is a weird role, admittedly, but his appointment marks the first federal advisory role dedicated to both cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence, or AI, policy. While specific responsibilities remain under wraps or kept secret, he is expected, Sachs, to provide strategic guidance on crafting a unified national approach to these technologies and positioning the U.S. as a leader in next-gen technology. Trump has said repeatedly that he wants to bring crypto back to the United States. He wants the United States to be the #1 country that's pushing crypto innovation. That alone is amazing. That is ridiculously fantastic. And he is holding true to his word so far by picking the right people that can help to build the framework so that crypto will thrive in the United States, which is amazing. Trump emphasized the importance of establishing a clear legal framework for the crypto and cryptocurrency sector, addressing a long-standing demand from the industry. So this is ridiculously wonderful. This is all really good. That's just one. The next one is Paul Atkins. Paul Atkins is now going to be leading the Securities and Exchange Commission, replacing Gensler at the SEC. This is fantastic because Atkins actually has experience with this. I believe he served, right here, from 2002 to 2008 under George W. Bush. Now, the reason why this is great is because he does have experience in the crypto sector. The cryptocurrency market has shown strong reactions to this announcement. The reserve rights token, RSR, witnessed an even more dramatic response, with its value soaring nearly 30% on this news that was back in November. This is because Atkins previously served as an advisor to the RSR project, adding to the market's optimism about his leadership at the SEC. Okay? This is good, and this is just 2 out of 4. Howard Lutnick. I know, memorable names, but Howard Lutnick, here we go. He is now assigning him with the task of being Commerce Secretary. Lutnick has long advocated for cryptocurrency to be treated on equal footing with other financial assets. Bitcoin is like gold and should be free trade everywhere in the world. He said at Bitcoin 2024 last year in July. That says enough. And as the largest wholesaler in the world, we're going to do everything in our power to make it so. Bitcoin should trade the same as gold everywhere in the world without exception and without limitation. This is massive. Lutnick will also be in regular talks with CEOs in the business community and could be an influential evangelist of crypto acceptance. This is amazing. This is amazing. Just crazy good news. Okay, that's 3 out of 4. How about 4 out of 4? Trump picks pro-crypto hedge fund manager Scott Bessent for Treasury Secretary. This is awesome. If the Senate confirms him, the next person whose signature adorns U.S. paper currency will be a fan of the digital currency ecosystem set up to replace the conventional financial system. Set up to replace the conventional financial system. Why is this such a good thing? Bessent runs Key Square Group, a macro investing firm. He worked for prominent investor George Soros, 3 decades ago. Okay, sure, forgivable. And was, according to the Wall Street Journal, one of the driving forces behind Soros Fund Management's famous bet of the British pound collapsing. Now, Bitcoin and crypto are now in his sights. I've been excited about Trump's embrace of crypto, and I think it fits very well with the Republican Party and ethos of it. Yeah. Crypto is about freedom, and the crypto economy is here to stay. Crypto is bringing in young people who have not participated in markets. This is fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic news. And it gets better because we have Representative Tom Emmer, who has been so vocal on X and also in Senate. He's named Vice Chair of Digital Assets Subcommittee. This is awesome. Every time Elizabeth Warren started making her bitter, salty face, he came at her with facts. Everything that has been done before is literally going to crumble with the people that are in power now, as of January 20th. 4 days. Pro-crypto Congressman Representative Tom Emmer from Minnesota has been appointed Vice Chairman of the House Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Artificial Intelligence. Again, notice something? Crypto and AI. Those are two big pushes. Now, with President Trump in the White House and Gary Gensler confined to the waste bin of Washington, we have an excellent opportunity to ensure that the future of digital assets is guided by Americans with American values. Emmer's appointment hints at intensifying digital assets regulation and innovation as the U.S. enters a new era of crypto leadership under President-elect Donald Trump. This is all ridiculous. This is why I am looking at this as a Trump pump to come. It's not just the orange man dancing and everyone is happy and dancing YMCA with him. It's not just the day one orders. It's about everything that will happen with core people spearheading innovation, trying to make sense of this to make, or rather provide a framework so that crypto survives and thrives. Like, it is ridiculous how good this is. So why is Bitcoin struggling? Well, the easy answer is resistance. There can be as much good news as we want, but there will always be price-based targets and resistance support levels, all that fun stuff. Now, Bitcoin smacked yesterday right up into overhead resistance. It had a beautiful 4% close. It could be because of the news release. Honestly, I highly doubt that. The main driving force, in my opinion, was the CPI data. The Consumer Price Index data from the United States was soft. And that soft data means that the dollar is weakening just a little bit. The US dollar, in my opinion, is the biggest threat to the health and well-being of Bitcoin, crypto, and the stock market. I talk about this all the time in the Better Traders Club. And I want to summarize this to make it really, really easy. We have a problem because Trump is very much pro-America, which he should be. He wants to make the dollar strong again. He wants to make America great again. But with a strong dollar, there comes a consequence because historically speaking, when the dollar is strong, stocks dump, Bitcoin dumps. But we have those four people I just talked about. We have the Department of Government Efficiency. We have a pro-crypto president. We have so many bullish catalysts happening. So perhaps we're entering into a new era where the dollar will climb along with Bitcoin. It could happen. Again, there's so much bullish news right now. It's wild. But the one thing that I do understand from markets is that when we see the dollar thriving, and honestly, when we see the dollar pumping like this, and we see breakouts on the weekly, I get nervous because the last time that the dollar showed a breakout like this, it wasn't here. Because look at the shape of the cloud. It just started to look bullish. We have to go all the way back here to 2014. This is honestly the same type of setup. I want to show you. Right here, this is almost identical to what we're looking at right now. We've been through a period of chop. Actually, this is up really, really high compared to where we currently are. But look at the shape of this. The shape of this is basically the same. Although there were 3 in a row, TBO breakouts, these white dots. Look at the cloud. Do you see that? Now we're going to reset this. Yes, exit. We're going to go to our current day. Look. That's scary identical. And it's scary identical because the last time this happened, the dollar pumped 18%. If we see another 18% pump on the dollar, that could push the US dollar index up to 130, which would destroy fiat currencies. It would destroy the euro. It'll destroy the yen if they can't keep up trade with the United States. But the one saving grace will be that Bitcoin reserve. Because if they keep buying, if they're going to be buying 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years, I believe is what that strategic reserve bill entails, Bitcoin is going to go up a lot higher because it's going to create, as the article said, some sort of arms race, crypto arms race. Basically, it's game theory. I'm also going to tell you something else. If Trump's going to hold to his word, if the United States will actually put together a strategic reserve to buy 1 million Bitcoin over the next 5 years and to hold it, not sell it, that will prompt other big countries to follow and do the same. If we have countries that are buying up more Bitcoin than is being mined per day, what will that do to the price? Rather, what will that do to the amount that's circulating? It will shrink it. There will actually be a scarcity pump. There's going to be less circulating Bitcoin, which will drive up the price, making it more valuable. There will be a massive pump. Now, with that said, I struggle with the thought of Bitcoin really going super crazy high this time around. I realize that sounds like a contradiction given how bullish everything sounds. But honestly, the thing that I'm looking at is I'm looking at our current market. We're struggling at 103. My target is $173,000. I have a video here on my channel where I talk about my price predictions for the top of this market. That's the video that you need to watch and pay attention to, because that video is going to give you everything you need to know about the top. It's this one right here. It's playing at the same time. I have to go back over here to the browser. Bitcoin will hit all-time high on blank. It goes through everything that I'm sharing with you right now. I'm going to link this video at the very end of this video so you can watch it to understand my reasoning. But understand, if we actually have this crazy bullish United States government officials and committees buying up Bitcoin like there's no tomorrow, which will start a crypto arms race, which will start and enable and enact game theory in crypto, where governments are buying Bitcoin like crazy, like it's going out of style, $173,000 will be nothing. That will be an easy target. That's only 74% increase. Now, to answer your questions quickly, why is this such a big deal? If we look at the previous market, and let me make this as simple as possible. We do the same thing using a Fibonacci retracement. We see that 1.618 at $61,000 was really close to the top. That's my main theory for this. And we also know that Bitcoin has shown to give reduced returns. It's not the correct word. I can't think of it. I'm blanking out at the moment, but you're yelling at me from the computer. I really appreciate that. Yell louder because it's not going to work. But understand that there's diminishing returns every single year. The increase that we saw in this rally in 2016 to 2017, from this bottom in 2015 all the way to the top, it was an incredible increase of 10,000%. Could we see something similar to that? Maybe, because this previous market, it did not stop at the 1.618. It went up to the 272. It went up 1,230% from the previous all-time high. Now, with that said, we are looking at a possible target if things got out of hand, and this goes way above the prediction I made in this video, but we could see as high as $237,000 per Bitcoin. That would be incredible. Now, the reality is that we are looking at $173,000 as a feasible target. But if this game theory actually comes into play, and we see the United States government doing what they said they're going to do, they actually pass this Bitcoin strategic reserve bill. States start accumulating Bitcoin, which triggers other countries to start accumulating Bitcoin for their own strategic reserves. That will propel the price of Bitcoin. 70% will not be hard. It will start to go a lot higher. It should actually go up to some crazy levels. And I find it far-fetched, but it's possible. It is possible. Now, okay, the last chart I'll show you. is that we have never ever seen Bitcoin reach its previous resistance level. Every single market, it's not come anywhere close. Nowhere close. Now, this one is interesting because if this game theory actually plays out, we're looking at Bitcoin going well above these targets, right? Right here. So $173,000 would be within the realm of reason because it's well below resistance. But if things go absolutely crazy, that's $257,000. That actually would line up-ish with this 3.618 level, which is a massive increase from where we are. Seeing Bitcoin shoot up another 100 to 200% from here would cause the cryptocurrency market in general to go absolutely crazy. If you were not here for the 2017 rally, that's okay, because all of you that were here for the 2020 rally, late 2020, early 2021 rally, you all saw that crazy alt season. And if you weren't here for the rally that we saw from the Bitcoin spot ETF from late October 2023 all the way up to March 2024, that's okay. Because guess what? It looks like we are primed for another big fat run. Now, a lot of this is hinged on Donald J. Trump holding to his word, holding to his promises, and letting these people do what they are called to do, what they're invited to do in his cabinet. There's a lot of what ifs, and I don't expect things to go absolutely crazy right away. But given all of these day one promises, I honestly am expecting Bitcoin to pump on day one. The first target, obviously, is going to be $108,000. Is our current, it's our current all-time high. Let me go right here. Right here is our first challenge. Not a tall order, not difficult whatsoever. Once we hit this, then we run into some possible targets of resistance, which is going to be about here. 117,000, 122,000, that's where we might see some resistance. But if we have that Trump pump, I would expect us to rally up here 18%, maybe 20% before we start having a pullback in this general range. Now, I would love for all of you to let me know what you think in the comment section down below. You've been fantastic with your feedback on my videos and analysis. I welcome it every single time. Again, there are so many bullish catalysts, yet it still feels like we're all dreaming. Like is this real life? Is this reality? But with all of these amazing things that are happening, we are not in the clear yet. Trump has to make good on his word. All these men need to do what they say they're going to do. And we still have 4 years left to see if this is actually going to play out the way we hope it is. But the way that things are starting, it's looking pretty good. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, like the video, and until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.